Welcome to BookBuzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine walking into a home where every item has a purpose, every space breathes tranquility, and every corner reflects clarity. A home that doesn't just shelter you, but nurtures your soul. What if you could transform your chaotic, cluttered living space into a sanctuary of calm and intentionality? In the Minimalist Home, a room-by-room guide to a decluttered, refocused life, Joshua Becker invites you on a transformative journey to reclaim your home, and in doing so, reclaim your life. This isn't just a book about tidying up, it's a blueprint for creating a life of focus, freedom, and fulfillment. With practical, step-by-step guidance, Becker shows you how to systematically declutter every room in your house, from the overflowing junk drawer to the chaotic garage. But this is more than a physical purge, it's a mental and emotional reset. By letting go of the excess, you'll uncover what truly matters: more time, more peace, and more joy. Whether you're drowning in possessions or simply seeking a simpler way of living, this book will inspire you to strip away the unnecessary and embrace the beauty of less. Your home is more than a place, it's a reflection of your life. Isn't it time to make it a masterpiece? Part 1 Summary. In The Minimalist Home, Joshua Becker provides readers with a step-by-step approach to decluttering and creating a space that reflects a life of purpose and intentionality. With a clear, actionable guide that spans every room in the house, Becker teaches not just about physical decluttering but about realigning your environment with your values. This first part of the summary focuses on the first 3 chapters of the book, diving into the motivation behind minimalism, the mindset shift required, and how to apply minimalism room by room. Chapter 1. The Promise of Minimalism. The book opens with Becker offering a compelling vision of what minimalism can do for your life. It's not just about getting rid of stuff, it's about creating a space that fosters peace, clarity, and purpose. Becker begins with his personal journey to minimalism, detailing how his decision to declutter his home led to an overall shift in his life. His realization was simple but profound: the more stuff you own, the more it owns you. He recalls how his home once felt like a chaotic mess, with items piled everywhere, each demanding attention, yet never providing fulfillment. This clutter became a barrier to living a meaningful life. Becker introduces minimalism as a way to free yourself from the constant mental and physical burden of excess. Minimalism is not just an aesthetic choice, it's a lifestyle that gives people the opportunity to focus on what truly matters: relationships, experiences, and growth. The first chapter serves as a wake-up call for readers, showing them that their homes, often filled with clutter and disorganization, are sabotaging their ability to live intentional, fulfilling lives. Becker challenges readers to ask themselves whether they are ready to prioritize what truly brings them joy and clarity, and whether they are willing to part with items that no longer serve their life goals. Chapter 2. A New Way of Thinking. The second chapter is a deep dive into the mindset shift that minimalism demands. Becker emphasizes that minimalism is more than a task of decluttering, it's a rethinking of what we value and how we live. This mindset change is crucial to success, as it allows people to approach decluttering not as a chore but as an empowering opportunity. He explores the deeply ingrained societal mindset that more is better and explains how this more is more mentality is at odds with a minimalist lifestyle. In fact, this mindset is often the root of clutter, as people accumulate items thinking they will enhance their lives, only to realize that they've unintentionally invited stress and confusion instead. Becker invites readers to ask themselves what truly brings value to their lives. He encourages them to reflect on what they truly need in their homes and, more importantly, what they don't. This is not about depriving yourself, but about giving yourself permission to let go of items that distract from your values. Becker illustrates how material possessions can consume both time and energy, time spent cleaning, organizing, and maintaining things that don't actually contribute to your happiness. The key to this chapter is embracing the belief that less is more. Becker stresses that living a minimalist lifestyle can actually lead to greater abundance in terms of freedom, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. The new way of thinking is a deliberate, conscious choice to focus on essentials, leaving behind excess and distraction. This shift isn't easy, but it's necessary for creating a home that truly supports a focused, intentional life. Chapter 3: Decluttering Your Entire Home, a room-by-room guide. With a mindset shift in place, Becker moves on to the practical application of minimalism, starting with a comprehensive, room-by-room approach to decluttering. The third chapter is where the rubber meets the road, providing readers with concrete steps to begin their minimalist journey. Becker introduces the idea of starting small and tackling one room at a time, rather than attempting to declutter the entire home all at once, something that could easily feel overwhelming. He advises readers to work methodically, creating an organized plan and setting manageable goals for each space. Becker starts with the living room, often the heart of the home, where families gather and entertain guests. He explains that the living room is often filled with items that serve no purpose or have outlived their usefulness. He gives practical advice for deciding what to keep and what to donate or discard. The goal is to curate a space that facilitates relaxation, conversation, and connection, rather than a cluttered, chaotic room filled with unnecessary belongings. Moving on to the kitchen, Becker discusses how this space, often overloaded with gadgets, utensils, and random items, can become a haven of simplicity and functionality. The kitchen is a space meant for preparing food, so items that don't serve this purpose only create distractions. Becker encourages readers to consider their cooking habits and retain only those tools and items that are truly useful. This allows for more space and freedom in the kitchen, whether it's preparing meals or simply enjoying the act of cooking. In the bedroom, Becker emphasizes the importance of this space as a sanctuary for rest. Clutter in the bedroom can interfere with relaxation and sleep, making it essential to keep only those items that contribute to comfort and well-being. He suggests a minimalist approach to bedroom decor, focusing on clean surfaces, open space, and functional furniture. By eliminating distractions, the bedroom can become a peaceful retreat from the outside world. Becker then turns to the closet, a notoriously tricky area for many people. He advises readers to start by removing clothing they haven't worn in a year, emphasizing that clothes should be a source of joy and confidence, not stress or indecision. The goal is to curate a wardrobe that suits your lifestyle, with quality pieces that reflect your taste and serve practical purposes. Becker encourages readers to experiment with a capsule wardrobe, reducing the number of items but increasing their versatility and use. The chapter continues with the bathroom, where clutter tends to build up with beauty products, toiletries, and cleaning supplies. Becker recommends evaluating these items regularly, getting rid of expired or unused products, and organizing the remaining items for easy access. His approach here reflects his overall philosophy, keeping only what's truly essential and making sure everything has a designated place. Lastly, Becker addresses storage spaces like garages, attics, and basements. These areas often become catch-all spaces for items we don't know what to do with. Becker advises readers to face the emotional attachment to these items and let go of things that no longer serve them. He encourages people to think critically about the value of items stored away and consider whether they add meaning or simply contribute to mental clutter. Throughout this room-by-room guide, Becker reminds readers that minimalism is not about getting rid of everything but about curating an environment that supports their values and goals. He encourages readers to take it step by step, recognizing that the decluttering process is an ongoing journey, not a one-time event. Each room serves as an opportunity to reflect on the way we live and make conscious choices that promote peace, clarity, and intentionality. Thoughts on Part 1. In Part 1 of The Minimalist Home, Joshua Becker lays a solid foundation for readers to understand why minimalism is not just about decluttering, but about cultivating a life of purpose. Through his personal story and clear action steps, Becker shifts the focus from a simple tidy-up to a holistic approach to living intentionally. His room-by-room guide provides a clear roadmap for decluttering your home and, by extension, decluttering your life. The first part of the book challenges readers to reflect on their priorities, rethink their relationship with possessions, and begin the transformative process of creating a minimalist home that supports their goals. Part 2 Summary. In Part 2 of The Minimalist Home, Joshua Becker builds upon the foundational principles introduced in Part 1. Here, Becker dives deeper into how minimalism transforms the relationship we have with our homes and offers practical steps to not only declutter, but to create a home that serves our larger life goals. This section challenges readers to see the home as a reflection of their life's values and empowers them to take bold actions in creating a living space that supports joy, peace, and purpose. Let's continue exploring the chapters that guide readers through the final stages of their minimalist journey. Chapter 4. Living Room Transformation. After focusing on the mindset shift and starting the process of decluttering, Becker now guides readers through the process of transforming the living room. This space, often considered the heart of the home, holds both sentimental and practical value, but it's also where clutter can accumulate quickly. Becker stresses that the living room should be a space that invites relaxation, connection, and calm, rather than one filled with overstuffed furniture or unused knickknacks. He begins by challenging the conventional approach to living room decor, encouraging readers to think of this space as a reflection of their lifestyle rather than an opportunity to showcase items that don't contribute to their well-being. Becker advises to first remove everything from the room, evaluate what truly serves the space, and then replace only those things that add value to your life. The goal is to create a simple, functional space that nurtures meaningful interactions and restful moments. Becker also touches on the emotional aspects of decluttering, explaining that sentimental items often occupy space in our living rooms, yet they can weigh heavily on us. The key is to balance preserving memories with letting go of physical items that no longer contribute to our current lives. Becker suggests incorporating minimalist furniture, neutral color schemes, and thoughtful design elements that foster a sense of openness and tranquility. He also encourages readers to invest in quality pieces that serve both function and form, enhancing the space's purpose without overwhelming it. Chapter 5. Kitchen and Dining Room. Cultivating a Purposeful Space. In the kitchen and dining room, Becker continues to emphasize the importance of practicality over excess. He guides readers through the decluttering process by identifying the things that are rarely used or are simply taking up valuable space. The kitchen, a place meant for nourishment and family interaction, is often filled with gadgets, extra appliances, and unused items that don't serve its primary purpose. Becker's advice is simple yet profound. Only keep the kitchen tools that are necessary for daily life and remove the ones that are cluttering countertops and drawers. He suggests taking stock of how often each item is used and considering whether it brings real value to the kitchen's purpose. This also includes evaluating food storage, cookware, and utensils, eliminating anything that doesn't enhance the cooking or eating experience. For the dining room, Becker stresses that this space should promote connection and shared meals, not become a repository for things like old papers and used decor or forgotten furniture. He encourages a minimalist approach to dining tables and chairs, selecting pieces that are not only functional but invite togetherness and conversation. Again, the idea is to focus on quality, making every piece count, and creating a space that feels welcoming, calm, and centered around meaningful moments. Chapter 6. Bedrooms. Creating a Sanctuary for Rest. The bedroom is often one of the most cluttered spaces in the home, which can have a profound impact on one's quality of rest. In this chapter, Becker outlines how minimalism can be a powerful tool for transforming the bedroom into a serene retreat that fosters relaxation and rejuvenation. He notes that the key to a minimalist bedroom is creating a space that supports rest, comfort, and a sense of calm, free from distractions or unnecessary items. Becker begins by advising readers to start by decluttering surfaces, nightstands, dressers, and under the bed. All items should be carefully evaluated. Do they contribute to rest and peace, or do they add stress? He recommends using simple, neutral bedding, eliminating excessive decor, and keeping only the items necessary for a good night's sleep. The goal is not just to tidy up, but to curate a space that helps recharge your body and mind. The emotional connection to certain items often complicates the process, especially when it comes to clothing, old photographs, or sentimental objects. Becker encourages readers to be mindful of how these possessions make them feel. Are they serving the current purpose of the room? If not, it might be time to say goodbye. The minimalist approach here involves setting clear intentions about what stays and what goes, creating a space that not only looks better, but feels better too. Chapter 7: Closets and Storage Spaces. Simplify and streamline. Closets are often a battleground for minimalists, as they tend to be a dumping ground for excess clothing, old items, and things we aren't sure what to do with. Becker's approach to closet decluttering is to simplify and streamline. He advocates for a systematic approach to sorting through everything, from clothing and shoes to accessories and extra linens. Starting with the basic rule of keeping only what fits, is worn regularly, or truly brings joy, Becker explains how each piece should be evaluated with purpose. He also stresses the importance of organizing and arranging the closet in a way that brings order to the space, allowing everything to have its place. For example, group clothing by season, type, or color, and use simple storage solutions that make it easy to see what you have. By simplifying and organizing your closet, Becker suggests that you can begin to see the power of minimalism at work. It creates clarity, reduces decision fatigue, and enables you to focus on what truly matters. In addition to closets, Becker extends this minimalist principle to other storage spaces, such as attics, basements, and garages, which often become filled with items that aren't immediately needed. Here, he encourages readers to be intentional about what gets stored. Each item should serve a purpose, be kept for a specific reason, or have the potential to be used in the future. If not, it's time to let it go. Chapter 8: Living in a Minimalist Home. Maintaining the Momentum. In this chapter, Becker shifts focus from the decluttering process to maintaining the minimalist lifestyle in the long term. The goal is to not only declutter once, but to embrace minimalism as an ongoing practice. He provides strategies for keeping the home decluttered, such as establishing habits that prevent clutter from accumulating, regularly evaluating possessions, and adopting a more intentional approach to acquiring new items. Becker reminds readers that minimalism isn't about perfection. It's about creating a life that feels aligned with your values. The journey is ongoing, and there will always be new challenges. But by establishing habits that foster simplicity and intentionality, it becomes easier to maintain a minimalist home. He encourages readers to keep the momentum going by reassessing their belongings regularly, avoiding the temptation to accumulate more things, and continually reflecting on what truly brings value to their lives. He wraps up this chapter by reinforcing the idea that a minimalist home isn't just about reducing stuff. It's about creating a space that nurtures a meaningful life. With clear action steps and ongoing commitment, minimalism becomes a tool for living a more focused, intentional, and fulfilling life. Thoughts on Part 2. In Part 2 of The Minimalist Home, Joshua Becker offers practical strategies for applying minimalism to every room in the house. From the living room to the bedroom, closets, and beyond, he demonstrates how to create spaces that align with our deeper values and priorities. His focus on intentionality, simplicity, and emotional well-being makes the process of decluttering feel like an empowering act rather than a mere task. The book concludes by encouraging readers to make minimalism a lasting practice in their lives, transforming their homes into peaceful, purposeful sanctuaries that support their most important goals. Part 3 Summary. In Part 3 of The Minimalist Home, Joshua Becker brings everything full circle by exploring how to apply minimalist principles to your entire home and daily life, not just through decluttering, but by embracing a minimalist mindset that permeates every corner of your space. This section goes beyond simple advice on reducing clutter to a deeper exploration of how minimalism can become a lifestyle, one that allows you to live with more purpose, intention, and focus. Becker's practical tips are paired with reflective exercises that allow readers to assess how they are living and envision a future that is both simpler and more meaningful. Chapter 9: The Mental Shift: Decluttering Your Mind. One of the most powerful aspects of minimalism, according to Becker, is the mental clarity it fosters. This chapter is a call to action for readers to move beyond physical clutter and tackle the mental clutter that often holds us back from living a full and intentional life. Becker discusses how the constant mental noise and distractions, from the pressure of keeping up with societal expectations to the stress of managing endless tasks, can significantly diminish our sense of peace and productivity. Becker encourages readers to take a step back and reevaluate what truly matters in their lives. He suggests that by aligning our thoughts and actions with our core values, we can free ourselves from unnecessary mental clutter. He offers practical exercises to help readers become more intentional about what they allow into their minds, emphasizing mindfulness, setting clear boundaries, and letting go of the mental habits that drain us. By removing this type of clutter, readers can move toward a lifestyle that is simpler, clearer, and far more fulfilling. Chapter 10: Technology and Social Media: Streamlining Digital Clutter. As technology becomes an ever-present force in our lives, it can be easy to accumulate digital clutter. In this chapter, Becker tackles the overwhelming nature of constant digital distractions, such as excess apps, unnecessary notifications, and social media engagement that doesn't add value to our lives. He explains how a minimalist approach to technology can help us reclaim time and focus. Becker starts by guiding readers through a process of auditing their digital devices. This includes assessing the apps and websites they use, evaluating the content they consume, and determining if it contributes to their long-term well-being. Becker encourages readers to remove digital distractions that don't add value and to streamline their technology usage by using fewer apps or creating designated times to check email or social media. By making these adjustments, readers can reduce the mental clutter caused by constant digital input and reconnect with more meaningful offline activities. The chapter also explores the importance of setting boundaries with technology, whether that's avoiding technology before bed, limiting time spent on social media, or reducing notifications. By taking control of their digital environment, readers can achieve a better balance between the digital world and real-world experiences. Chapter 11: Sustaining a Minimalist Lifestyle: Preventing Backslide. While the process of decluttering and simplifying can be transformative, Becker acknowledges that maintaining a minimalist lifestyle can be a challenge. In this chapter, he offers valuable strategies for keeping the momentum going, ensuring that minimalism isn't just a passing phase, but a sustained change in the way we live. The core of this chapter focuses on how to build habits that prevent clutter from accumulating again, both physically and mentally. Becker recommends regular decluttering days to reassess and remove items that no longer serve us. He emphasizes the importance of creating a minimalist routine, a daily practice that prevents clutter from creeping back into our homes and lives. He also discusses how to handle the inevitable temptation to acquire more things and how to stay grounded in your values when consumerism pressures you to buy. Additionally, Becker explores the idea of setting personal goals that align with the minimalist lifestyle. This can include financial goals, personal development objectives, or simple lifestyle choices, such as embracing fewer commitments or adopting a one-in, one-out rule for purchases. The point is to create a sustainable system that encourages ongoing mindfulness and intentionality in all aspects of life. Chapter 12: Minimalism and Relationships: Making Space for What Matters. Becker highlights how minimalism doesn't only apply to our homes, but can also profoundly influence our relationships. In this chapter, he explains that by simplifying our environment, we can make more room for meaningful connections with others. The chapter explores how removing distractions, excess material possessions, and unnecessary commitments can allow us to show up more fully for the people who matter most. One of Becker's key messages is that minimalism can help foster deeper, more intentional relationships. With fewer material possessions taking up our time and energy, we can invest more in the people around us. Becker encourages readers to consider the relationships that are most important to them and evaluate if their current lifestyle allows them to nurture those connections. He also offers tips on how to cultivate more meaningful interactions, such as setting boundaries around technology usage during social time, or making time for quality experiences with loved ones. This chapter is a powerful reminder that minimalism is not just about decluttering. It's about creating the mental and physical space to prioritize the relationships that truly enrich our lives. Becker stresses that, just like our homes, our relationships need care, focus, and attention in order to thrive. Chapter 13, Living with Less: How Minimalism Enhances Freedom. The final chapter of the book is a celebration of the freedom that comes with embracing minimalism. Becker explains that by removing the excess, whether it's physical possessions, mental clutter, or unnecessary commitments, we open up space in our lives for the things that truly matter. Minimalism, he asserts, is not about deprivation or sacrifice, but about enhancing our lives by living with less. Becker discusses the profound sense of freedom that arises from letting go of possessions that no longer serve us and learning to embrace a life of less attachment to material things. He argues that minimalism allows for more time, more energy, and more opportunities to pursue what is truly important. By embracing this lifestyle, we gain the freedom to focus on experiences rather than possessions, relationships rather than obligations, and personal growth rather than consumerism. Throughout this final chapter, Becker invites readers to imagine what life could look like if they embraced minimalism to its fullest extent. He suggests that the pursuit of simplicity leads to greater fulfillment, peace, and freedom, allowing us to live with intention and purpose. Final thoughts on Part 3. In Part 3 of The Minimalist Home, Joshua Becker guides readers through the transformative process of adopting minimalism as a lifestyle, one that not only clears physical clutter but also promotes mental clarity, enhances relationships, and fosters a greater sense of freedom. He challenges readers to reimagine their lives, to create space for what truly matters, and to commit to maintaining a minimalist lifestyle long after the initial decluttering phase. With practical advice, reflective exercises, and real-world examples, Becker empowers readers to embrace a simpler, more intentional way of living that nurtures their well-being and enriches their relationships. This final section brings the principles of minimalism to life, showing readers that the true power of minimalism lies not just in what we remove, but in the space it creates for what we truly value. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates.